you ready? Here we go. There we go. All right, I am leaving my apartment with my little babes, and we're gonna go ride some horses. This year has been a lot different than the last, and in a good way, but I had a baby in January of last year. So I've been still riding this season, but a lot of things have definitely changed. Maybe you'd ask, what's it like having a baby and still riding and doing stuff? And honestly, it's been up and down, different feelings about that. At first I'm like, yeah, I can do it. I feel good. I started my year strong because I had her in January, but she was premature, which I do share more on my personal blog. And she came home middle of March. So I did actually have time to recover and ride, which I didn't think I would. I thought I'd be like missing the beginning of my season, but I didn't. And so I started pretty strong in the year. I just like really didn't care. And I'm like, honestly, I'm happy just to be here. So I had no pressure. I just did my thing and did pretty good until I didn't. And then I started just like knocking and was just getting maybe a bit of burnt out feeling because I was trying to ride and my horses are at my mom's house and I have to drive there. So by like having Tanner with me going to the farm either during the day, which I'm gonna do today, I'm going pretty early, which usually I'd go in the evening once my partner Max is home. So then I just go by myself and I can just do my thing without having to be worried about taking care of Tanner and making sure she's all good. So so I was feeling a little burnt out the middle of the year, and yeah, kind of reevaluating my why am I doing this? Is it worth it right now? Should I be reprioritizing different things? And I think the answer is yes. I do need to kind of reprioritize, or I felt like I have to, and I was just like, I can't spread myself everywhere, and I just have to like, you know, just new focuses, new goals. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So I'm gonna be going, I just have one main horse I'm working that I'm gonna work on this winter, which is my 2-year-old coming 3-year-old Leo. So I'm gonna be videoing that ride and getting him going, just kind of slowing down and not putting so much pressure on myself and just kind of like enjoying it when I can, and also prioritizing on family because that's like a new thing, and just enjoying the baby stage and enjoying the young family that I have, because I know it doesn't last forever and I just want to enjoy it for all it is. And I made a lot of changes when I found out I was pregnant. I knew the following year, which was this summer, I would be obviously very busy with a new baby. Oh. And so I had a futurity horse lined up for this year, which I sold pretty quickly once I found out that I was pregnant. And I just knew that I wanted to clear my plate and just downsize. So that was one thing I did that was different. Didn't have a futurity horse, and I just had my red horse, Jamie, who I ran last year. This year he was a derby horse, and it was perfect because he was very trained. He was really easy. I just had to keep him fit, and that's something also my mom could have helped me with, is just riding him if I couldn't and just keeping him going, because I didn't really need to train him or anything. It was just like get on and go and have fun. So that was really nice this year to have him. It was very good timing to have a horse like that I could just trust and enjoy myself with. Overall, having a baby while still riding definitely tests you in some ways. I felt like throughout the season I maybe was having like an identity crisis where I was like, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? I'm spending money, time, effort on it when maybe I should be focusing more on like building a future with my family, which I mean, like horses definitely tie into all of that, but still it's like saving money, not spending it at every barrel race I can go to. And it's that even time, like if I went in the evenings when Max got home, I would go from, let's say 5, I wouldn't get home till like 8:30 or so. So it'd be like the whole evening I was gone. He was gone to work. I was with Tanner at home, and then we like never saw each other. And it was just like, and then on the weekends I'd be gone to barrel race and I would take Tanner with me. And I'm like, should I be doing this right now? Like, should I still be trying so hard? And then also being competitive was really hard, because to be competitive you really have to put yourself into it. You have to like give it your all if you're going to try and be that competitive, which I do try to be that competitive. And when I wasn't having the success that I wanted, it was really because I wasn't putting everything into it to give me the success. So I was just like, okay, then why am I doing it? Why am I trying so hard, being kind of let down in some ways? Because yeah, I enjoy it, but also like I want to do good. And I was like, is it fair right now to be doing that? And all said and done, I wanted to finish the season. I committed to OBFA with James, which is our Ontario Barrel Futurity. I committed to that. I wanted to finish it, hopefully top 5, which I finished top 3. I got 3rd, which I was really excited about because I did not think that was going to happen. Yeah. And yeah, so now that the year's over, the season literally ended last weekend, and I said once the year's over, like once finals are done, I'm going to focus on Leo, and that is what I plan on doing. Yesterday I lunched him. Today I'm going to take you along for my first ride back with him. He's only gotten to like walk trot. I have a few videos on him which I'll share, or they're somewhere in YouTube land. I'll tag them though. And yeah, so we're just like walk trot, and then I went to a show for 4 days like months ago, and I never got him back going because I was just like, I can't commit right now to giving him the consistency that a 2-year-old needs to get started. And I was like, I just can't commit to riding him and also riding 2 other horses. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till the year's over and he can be my winter project that I can put full attention to. So we're on day 2, back at it. Yesterday was like crazy because he just was full of energy. He hasn't been touched in a couple months, and I just lunched him. I think Tanner wants to get going. But yeah, let's go to the farm and we'll get some rides in. Alright, we made it, and I just want to say, how cute is this little saddle? So Oma, which is my mom, and Tanner's Oma, bought it for her this weekend. It's used. It's about like 11 inches, and it's adorable, and we haven't put it on her yet, but we will, and I can't wait. All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for, my ride on this feral pony, Leo. So this was this first official ride back after a couple months. At this point, we were going for a while, so don't get it twisted. We did a lot of work before this video was done, but I didn't do much recording. Anywho, you notice my hands are super wide. This is the very beginning phases, and I'm just really trying to get him to follow his nose. The one thing I do when I'm working at this phase is I think I'm riding a boat, or I'm steering like a boat. So when I do a circle, it's like I'm looking on the inside of my circle, but I'm almost thinking of like his bum is also part of the direction and how we're steering. So, you know, like a boat kicks his hip around. That's kind of what I'm trying to do as well. So I'm really using his whole body to steer, not just pulling on his face, because let's be real, a bit is completely not natural. They have no clue what it means, and it's our job to teach them what a pull to the left means and what a pull to the right means. And this is literally such the beginning phase of colt starting that I try to use his whole body. So I'll use like my inside foot, really keeping my hands super wide, really basic direct rein pulling. And kind of at this point, I'm just working on like letting him move and travel and just keep moving. Like forward motion is really good for these young guys, just keeping them moving. If he gets all jarred up in a spot, I just ask for forward motion. I'm not going to try and pull him and get it perfect. It's like, just move, keep moving, keep trucking, get those circles, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the prettiest right now, but these are just the beginning phases of simple direction. I do find trotting can be easier for this, just having that more forward momentum. And honestly, why not just jump right into the next horse? So this is the 5-year-old that I was telling you about that we just got. This is my first official ride at home. I'm using that rope gag bridle, which is one of my favorites, and you'll see why in a minute. What I'm working on here is like just softness to contact. As you can see, even at a walk, he likes to just kind of pull away and get bracy and stiff in his body instead of just like giving. And we work at this at a walk. Like, I thought I was gonna walk my whole ride because he just needs it, and honestly, you can accomplish so much at a walk. Don't forget that. What I'm doing here is a step above Leo because he's more further in his progress, but my inside hand asks for the collection first,
by pulling up kind of to my center line and just asking. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. I ask for collection but also shoulder up, where with Leo, for example, I'm just asking for like simple direction and keeping my hands wide, and I'll ask for collection that way. Where with this guy, we're more farther advanced, so I bring my inside to my center line. My inside hand is higher than my outside, and I'll hold my inside and my outside a little if I have to until I get that drop. So see how there he softens to the contact. Once I have that softness, I will release the pressure and keep correcting as I go. So here I'm going to hold till he softens, and he did good, so I kind of loosen up the grip, and then I hold it until he basically will travel in a perfect circle with me not having to correct, but we're far from that right now. So every single time I ask for him to lift that shoulder and soften, I want his response not to be that. I want it to just be like, okay, ma'am, what do you want? I'm here to just be light to contact. And I think that's so important with barrel horses, is they're so bracy and tense. And just think of their poor bodies when they're in that state. Like, it's kind of like, no wonder why kissing spine's a thing. No wonder why they have physical issues, because every pull on the bit, they're like tense. And then we ask them to do these crazy maneuvers while being so tense. And it's like, no wonder why they're jarring themselves up. So this is just really important for all horses, especially barrel horses, getting softness to contact, just getting them to be moving and traveling freely and comfortably, and us on the same page. So this is a huge thing that I'll do with basically all horses, especially when I'm getting in. This is kind of like the test to see where he's at. How soft is he to contact? And you'll see in a minute when I go to back up that we have some work to do. So I mean, honestly, all in all, he's doing really good. So again, like my inside kind of picks up because I'm picking up that shoulder and asking for that, just like that body shape, also like through his face, through his whole body. Because when I go to barrel race, all I want to use is I just want to have to pick up my inside and him soften and come and get collected. And this is kind of the first step. So here it's kind of like I will use my outside a little bit. My outside hand kind of hinges. So think of your elbow close to your body, and I just hinge my arm down. So my arm is just hinging, so it's very consistent cues, while my inside hand is just staying kind of relatively the same. So as we get to the backup now, you can tell he just like wants to pull and root a little bit, and I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm going to turn him, get his feet moving, picking up that inside still. So I want that softness I had in the backup. So when he's rooting like that, I'm going to move him, get him soft again, and get him back into that position of softness like he was moving forward. And see, he wants to like be really sticky, not want to move, just kind of root against you. And so I'll keep kind of almost turning him as I back up. And here he finally got behind the wall and he backed up really nice. So we're going to totally leave it there. Nice soft boy.
And is this not the most beautiful night? Horses back there, a beautiful moon, my little camper, some more ponies. Pearl knocked the whole flake of hay on the ground, so I'll go pick that up and go back. Even though winter's coming, fall isn't that bad. It is beautiful. Especially when you live in the city a little, it's just like getting out into the country is just so cleansing. It feels so nice and quiet and peaceful, and the moon is like there. It's so nice. So if you have it, be grateful, because I definitely miss it being, I'm only about 7 minutes away from the farm, but still I can't come here like, I can't just step outside and be out here. So definitely, maybe I took it for granted, but I don't think so. I always enjoyed it, and now I really enjoy every chance I get to just be here cleaning pens like it's my day job. You enjoying all that? Let's put it back here. You guys can share. Girl, pretty little thing. Yep, that's a nice one. And then Barb. Hey, Barb. Hey, Barbs. Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I just want scratched. You just want a scratch. Ain't pretty. Enjoying the sunset? Okay. Oh, King Jags. How was his treatment?
Good.
To the grain stall. All the goods. All the goods in here. Were you burying a bone? What? Go in. Oh, get your hay. Get your hay. Sash. Sash. Hey, Ryan. You're the good one. You're the good one.